And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved. Working on the Mutation factory here. Came up to look at my freeze-on, and it looks like the gas bottler was not outputting fast enough. The one down in the Toxic Caves was doing just fine, but this one has a surplus. And it all comes down to how fast this thing can offload, you know, because every time it tries to offload, it searches all of its sides, and to maximize the process you have to find the side that it looks at first, and that just happens to be this side. So I added a couple hoppers on this side and routed them around, and now I think we're actually getting sort of a drop or an even. Now it's more even. It's not increasing anymore, and we're getting a little bit more throughput on our gas bottler. So in rapid mode, at least, I would go so far as to say only two of these setups up above here. So two of these per, 2 or 3 per storage per bottler, and you shouldn't have this problem. And then you just have another set connected to a different storage and a different bottler, and you'd be able to work it just fine. So yeah, it looks like this is just gonna sort of maintain, maybe drop slightly, maybe over the next 20,000 hours this will drop, but who knows. For now, we've got a whole lot of high strength composite alloy, which is good. I grabbed a little bit of chromium, so we've got a little less chromium than normal. But the thing that I want to do is run my fuel rod crafter over here. So we're going to put this here. We're going to have a... do I need... I don't really need a huge hopper, but we're gonna go with it anyway. And we're going to have a huge hopper on this side. And that should give us quite a lot. Now, I actually want some of this, so can I grab... I'm gonna grab a couple hundred here, so because we need some to craft the actual reactors. Oh, I still have yellow cake in my inventory. So with this, we've got some usage now, but this should give us a lot of... Oh, we need power. Power would be easier to do like this. I think this is only about a little bit. 50 power per second. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we should be able to push quite a lot. I'll be able to grab, you know, a couple hundred. I'm going to actually put another one onto these so I can grab 200 at a time. And let's go up here. Now, if we go to our main battery here, you can see that we are actually slowly eroding the power on this battery. Very, very slowly. We're pulling way more power than we're actually able to make with the turbine setup that we have. Well, luckily, we've actually got some fuel rods crafted down below, and now we just need some reactors to go along with it. So if we go to power gen and nuclear reactor, so we need 27 of these. So, you know, 25, 26, 27. We should have quite a lot. 25, 26, 27. Now we're running low on lightweight PCBs, so I can't make any more. I should go up and just craft tons and tons of those. Let's see how this is doing. Is this keeping up? Looks like we got a small surplus here, but once these run out, I don't think we're going to be making them as fast, because we're only making 2 bars at a time. Now, the other thing that we have is the ability to make the ideal extractor, the Mark III trencher. I went down and grabbed the sulfur. We've got lots of chromium, and now we just need to upgrade those drills. So let's head down to the T4 area. I want to grab 40 of these so we can go and make some more fuel rods. And one more. There we go. And now let's head down to the T4 mine right in here. Hopefully our minecarts haven't disappeared. That would really stink. Minecarts still down here? They are. Good. Okay, we're going to run over to molybdenum first, since that's the lower number of ore. And this Mark III is 100% efficient. Really goes a long ways to maintain. So we're going to break this one down. There's plenty of ore in those hoppers to keep everything running while we do this. We're not using nearly as much ore as I thought. You know, I would have to go crazy with how much we're producing with the blast furnaces and everything, which I could definitely do. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bingo. We now are cruising. Where are they? Down here. Excellent. Let's make sure these are lined up right. And these look like those same model as the uranium, but they have their scripts working whether or not they animate or not. Bingo. There we go. Oh, this one's actually pulling ore. Oh, no. False alarm. So how much ore do we have left now that we're mining at 100%? 22.61 million ore. Beautiful. Just what the doctor ordered. Not sure what doctor would order that, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Ooh, look at all the minecarts coming back. I'm guessing we probably had a visit from the cargo lift. Alright, now let's upgrade the chromium one. Not that we really need it. I mean, this vein is so large that it just really is negligible. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we are right in here. And that should line up. Bingo. And there is a said cargo lift leaving now. Now I could put another one over here. I could definitely do that. But it looks like this one is actually keeping up. This one's got this one hopper right here that we're able to load from. So it looks like we're able to keep up with just one, which is nice. That saves me resources and power. Quite a lot of power. Okay, so what is in here? Titanium. This is the track that I had. Everything looks good here, so I'm thinking we're done with futzing with the T4 mine. This should go strong for the rest of the game. Next, we want to hit the toxic caves and build our first nuclear reactor to supplement the power that we're drawing for this system, because we're going to want to build a whole bunch more of these centrifuges, just because we've got all this yellow cake building up back here, which reminds me I have a little bit I can contribute, so I'm going to put that in there. So we have a lot of power in here that we have to sort of answer for, and I think what I'm going to do, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, thinking that's the right height. That looks like the right height. So I'm going to actually build a battery here as my main entry into the main system of power, because these are directly connected with conduits. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade the conduits, so we're going to actually be able to send the full weight of the nuclear reactor's power into this battery, and then this battery will then send it. And, I'm going to upgrade that laser or conduit, and then upgrade this one, and then upgrade this one, and that should do it with the power, because then we'll have a whole lot more centrifuges down here and be able to set up a lot more power. So let's build our first reactor, and we're going to build it right underneath this thing. Bingo, there's our first reactor. So the first thing, we're going to have one hopper here. These are both going to be remove only, but then we're going to have a 2,000 slot hopper here. And this is the one that's going to take the freeze on, because I do not want these things to run out of coolant, because they will explode. By default, they will explode. So just be aware of that. Now, we have 20 primed fuel rods. Each one of these represents 3 million power. So there's 30 million, and there's another 30 million power. So that's a lot of power. That's a lot of power. Now, for the conduits, we have a few conduits here. I'm going to upgrade up to the Mark III, because that's 50,000 power per second. And that's exactly how much power a reactor produces. So I want to do one of these, and then one of these, and then one more of these, and then one more of these. So that should be the power that I need. And we're going to take away the blue batteries, because we're going to replace it with one of these beasts. Oh. So this is 50,000 power per second. That is a pretty fast charge, but we're going to augment that with some primed fuel, and there we go. I'm going to just dump them all in there, and now this thing is generating 50,000 power per second, and we're pushing now more power into the system. So you can see we're blinking back and forth, and that's just the raw amount of power that we're pushing in. Okay, so that's 60 million power. That's okay. So now we need to upgrade the other. Let's really be careful with where we fly here. I'm going to take this one away. Grab all the droppings. Take this one away. And now we're going to upgrade one of these. Actually, two of these. Oh, I don't have the alloy to be able to make that. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to stick with the Mark IIs. Although, I don't really need to, because we now have power being generated over here. And this thing has been changed now. The first version of this, if you had just 1 power per second being used, it would use all of your fuel. Now it doesn't. Now it only uses fuel if it has enough power space for one cycle. Because it generates 10,000 power per tick. And so if it doesn't have 10,000 power capacity left in it, it won't actually use it. So I just want to make sure when we hit 5 million that our fuel time left and our coolant left stop dropping so fast. Just to make sure we're still working. Yep. Slow it way down. every time it has 10,000 power, it dumps a little bit more in there. So we've got plenty of power now, and I do have some more empty fuel rods, so I want to put in 5, 10, 20 there, and then 20 in here, and that should start this back up. And how many of those? Oh, we got plenty of uranium dioxide, and now we need a whole lot more composite alloy for the extra power. I do want to connect these up. I think the Mark IIs are going to be fine. This sends 20. This is able to send 20,000 power per second into this system, which I think will completely negate the amount of power that we need, in this main beam here. Okay, so we need some more composite alloy, and then we're going to just start mass producing the centrifuges here. We're going to create a whole bunch of these things. So I'm thinking, so we're going to space these out. So there's one more. So you can see now we've got a little issue with how far these go. So I'm going to come way over here. And zoom in and build a platform for these. So I don't have to worry about falling through. And now we'll be able to put tons and tons of these things in. With the conduits, we'll be able to put, we'll be able to have 10 in a line, but then the upgraded conduits will be able to have a lot more. Because these right now are using 4,000 power per second combined, which is a lot. So yeah, we're going to need to upgrade some conduits, really beef that up. So this is going to be one. Okay, this was a little too much. And then a space of 2, and then a couple more. Sort of like that. A lot of them. Get a lot of those things going. We have the power. Not worried about that. You can see we have stopped beaming power along our main trunk, because all of our power now is coming up from over here. And I could even hook this thing up to our prime fuel rods and get this to fuel itself, but I'm thinking 60 million power is going to be good for a little while. So we want to go up, grab whatever composite alloy we have available. Should have grabbed more and let this thing just run for a while. So do we have enough? How many? Okay, we're just about, well, we're about 3/4 full on our crafters here. I'm going to set that up like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to fill that up. Yeah, I definitely do want to go and be able to drop 200 empty fuel rods in each one of those each one of those hoppers down there, so we can craft 400 fuel, because you don't get the empty fuel rods back. It's one of the big differences from turbines is you don't get the fuel rod back. It's irradiated, it's damaged beyond repair, and yeah, you're not going to get it back. Looks like our battery has recovered, so that's good, because we needed that power up here for all of our materials. So yeah, we are out of chromium, and we are very low on alloy. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wait a little bit, let this fill up, let our chromium fill back up. I do have some on me. I could, you know, I could slap like 500 in there. And let that have its way. I'm gonna take this out so I can get in to here. Yeah, see, that's not. Now we're creating it a little bit faster. And as far as molly goes, I got lots of molly that I can drop in there. So yeah, we're gonna drop a little bit of that in there. That should keep us going, get these things filled. Once these are filled, I'm going to turn off the faucet here and then save up some composite alloy so we can come back next episode and really expand our process. And I also have to start setting up our systems for fighting the cryoplasm. It's still at 207 meters. But we're going to want to set that up as soon as possible so we can start fighting it. I'm glad I dug all those trenches beforehand. So the main purpose, or the main design of these is going to be, there's going to be a Mark IV battery in the floor on each side, and then a nuclear reactor in the middle. And the reactor will power both sides, and then we'll just start sending power down. It's going to be pretty epic how much power we're going to be sending down. But we're going to need a lot of transmitters and batteries for that, which is why I've got them crafted already. Because dazzlers, let's take a quick peek at dazzlers here. Not sure where those would be. Defense? Dazzler turret. Imbued Heimel laser. Ooh, look at that. 27 laser transmitters. So we're gonna need a lot of laser transmitters. Holy cow. Melter and Lancer are relatively fine. So yeah, we're gonna need quite a lot of lasers. I'm glad I'm crafting those automatically. Probably go up and grab whatever's crafted up there. Alright, well, that'll have to do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.